All right. So, can you guys hear me? Okay. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up? Maybe. Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, in the comment section. Okay. Okay. Loud and clear. Okay. That's fine. All right. So this training is very important and critical in the as we begin to see Bitcoin approach its all-time high. So I am very, very optimistic that the market is going to do great and wonders. And we are going to see something that is very, very different from what we've seen in the past bull market. And that is why this live stream is holding today. And it is very, very impromptu for others, but for other person, it's also very okay. So please ensure you stay till the end of this very section because it's going to be very important. We're going to learn something very, very new because there is a change in the dynamics of the market right now. The market have changed. So if you traded Bitcoin maybe 2 years ago and maybe 4 years ago, what you know about the crypto markets have actually changed completely. So there is a different perspective in the market to what the market is going to do next and what the market have been doing in the past. And that is what I'll be discussing with you today. And before I proceed, my name is Paradise, and I'll be walking you through this live stream. And then, is if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more updates anytime I upload a new video so you get updated. And then we also have a Forex channel as well in case you are a Forex trader and you need some Forex resources to actually catch up with. So you can also check our Forex channel that is Remit Forex Academy and also check those Forex resources out. Okay. And without wasting much time, let's just go right straight into what we have for today. So I'm going to share my screen and then walk you through this very brief section. This section will not last long, maximum 40 minutes, and then we are done. So you have to pay rapt attention and then be very focused in the training, and it's going to benefit you a lot. The purpose of this training is to actually make you aware of what has happened in the market and the change that has already occurred on the Bitcoin price, and also what you should be expecting, okay, as we are running into the bull run aggressively. So I will share my screen, and then if you can see my screen, you'll let me know as well. Okay, can you guys see my screen? If you can see my screen, let me know. If you can see my screen, let me know by maybe saying yes. If you can't see, say no. Okay. If you can see my screen, you can say yes in the comment section. Okay, okay, okay. That's fine. That's fine. All right, all right, great. So we were talking about Bitcoin halving past and present. Okay, so we're going to look at what has happened in the past. That's what we'll be doing. So we'll look at what has happened in the past and what we are expecting at the present time. because it's very important for us to take a look at the past, what has actually happened, and what we are expecting in the market. So this is very, very important because there is something very unique in the market right now that a lot of persons are not paying attention to. So these are one of the things I would love you to pay attention to in this very live stream. So if you look at what has happened in the past, before we go into that, what is having? What do we really mean when we say Bitcoin is going to have um, in April? So what that means is from the Genesis block of Bitcoin, it's a Bitcoin Genesis block from the creation of Bitcoin that was in 2009, and then the Genesis block was formed. Then progressively, miners begin to mine Bitcoin by adding new block into the blockchain. So that process where miners add new blocks into the blockchain is called is facilitated by confirming of transaction. So when a miner successfully solve a difficult mathematical puzzles, it makes sure that the transaction is transparent between all networkers on the node. So it will definitely add a block to the blockchain. Okay. So for that process to be completed, the miner will be rewarded a Bitcoin for solving that difficult mathematical puzzles and for the block, that is the new block now to be added to the blockchain. I am not going to talk about what blockchain is today, but I'm going to give you an overview of what halving is. So, for the Genesis block, when Bitcoin started in 2009, each block that is added or each transaction that is confirmed by miners, they were receiving 50 Bitcoin. Okay. So they were receiving 50 Bitcoin per transaction that is confirmed. Now, up till the first halving, and the first halving occur in 2013. So after that halving, the reward of miners then half into two. Okay, so instead of them receiving 50 from the halving in 2013, they are now receiving 25 Bitcoin as reward. Now you move further to the next halving that occurred in 2017. Okay, so in 2017, the 25 Bitcoin that miners were receiving after the halving in 2013 now have again into two. So miners were now receiving 12.5 Bitcoin, okay, per transaction that is confirmed and added to the blockchain. This is very important. And then you move over to 2021. Is it 2020? 2020, okay, where we have the next halving. And then that very halving occur, and then the Bitcoin miners, the Bitcoin reward that they were rewarding miners as a result of transaction confirmation were also half again into half. That is from 12.5 to 6, okay? There's a 6.2 or 6.2.5, okay? So this is the sequential series of what we call halving. So halving is just the division into half of what miners were earning in the past, okay? Now, what is the reason why Bitcoin have halving in its algorithm? Halving is just a process to ensure that the Bitcoin distribution is being checkmate, okay, to avoid inflation. Okay, so if you notice when government print let's say fiat money, they can print the fiat money in bulk and dump everything in the market. But for Bitcoin, it's not like that. So to create that scarcity, having is being put into the Bitcoin algorithm. So this algorithm makes sure that the reward of miners are being checkmates so that they receive a higher reward at the start and then the reward begin to reduce as more Bitcoin are being sending into circulation. And then mind you, the only way Bitcoin is being released into circulation is through this mining process. Okay, is through the fact that miners are confirming transaction and they're receiving Bitcoin as reward. So this is the only way that Bitcoin come into circulation. That is, new Bitcoin is being produced. So if you are being asked, how do new Bitcoin come into circulation, is definitely through the activities of miners. And when they mine, they receive this Bitcoin as reward for performing difficult mathematical puzzles. This is very important. So if you look at Bitcoin halving in the past, which I'm going to show you right now. Now, if you look at this is Bitcoin halving in the past. We have the first halving, which is what I want to focus on in today's training. We have the first halving that occurred in 2013. If you can see my cursor right here, 2013. And then this happened on the 28th of November 2012. So the halving occurred 2012, and then after the halving, market begin to move. Now, if you look at it very well, this was the previous all-time high at this very point. So we have the previous all-time high right here. Market come back down and then move up a little bit. Now, before the halving in 2012, the market never created a new all-time high. Okay, the market never created a new all-time high. So after the halving, market never created a new all-time high. Before the halving, market never created a new all-time high. Okay, so if you go back in the past, after 2011, market move up, create a new all-time high, come back down to $2.54 at this very point, and then market move up a little bit to the halving in 28th November 2012. Before the halving, that is the key thing you have to note here. Markets have not reached its all-time high, and then after the halving, market did not beat the last all-time high. Okay, so new all-time high was not created. So it was after some time into 2013 that we see the market move upward to create a new all-time high. Now let's relate this to what we have on the chart. But before I go to the chart right here, I also want to show you something here. Now, market to move upward for the bull market we see in 2013, market move upward and create a new all-time high at $1,007 per Bitcoin. And then after that all-time high, market come back right down at this very area. And then we proceed to the next halving that occurred in 2016. Exactly 9th July 2016, the halving occurred. Now, after that halving or before the halving, market never beat the last or previous all-time high that occurred in 2013. Market never beat it. Okay, so this is what we have at this very point. Now, afterward, market move, that is after the halving, market move upward and created a new all-time high in 2017, 2018, and up to this very point where we see Bitcoin approach $2,500 per Bitcoin in July 2017. And then the market come back down a little bit to this very area and then move upward. They not go to the previous high, which is the all-time high. And then we have the halving in 11th May 2020. Now, what happened before then? Market never created a new all-time high. And then after the halving too, market did not create a new all-time high. But after some time into 2021, market created a new all-time high that gave us, that was $69,000 per Bitcoin in 2021. Okay, and the market come back right down into this very area where we saw the dip around 15,000 to $16,000, and then right now we see what we have right here on this very chart. Now, if you look at what is happening right now on Bitcoin, is very, very important that you pay attention to what the market is doing right now. Okay, so right at this very area. Okay, let me stop this and then share my other screen so that you see what I want to show you next. Okay, so I believe you can see this very chart right here. If you notice what is going on right now on Bitcoin, is quite different from what has happened in the past. So if you look at this, if you go back to where the market started moving up, okay, we discover that there is something very, very different that we are seeing on the Bitcoin chart right now. We have the first halving in 2012, just like on the chart that I showed you. So the first halving happened in 2012, and then after the halving, market move upward. So I want to show you something here. So if you look at this very area, if you look at this very area, market move 2012, we have the halving around this area. And then after the halving, market move upward in 2013. If you can look, see this chart very well, market move upward created a new all-time high at about $2,040 and then come back right to the downside. Now, if we move a little bit, in that same year, 2013, market come back down a little bit and then move up in 2014. Okay, this is still in the bull market. So market moved upward and created the last move for that very bull season at $1,160 at this very point. Okay, so we have this, and then we have the bear season entering into 2015 downward into 2016. And then afterward, we have the second halving. So this was the first halving in 2012. Market created a new all-time high in 2013 and then come back down all to this very point in 2015. And then if you look at this very well, you discover that market begin to move up again into 2016. But before 2016, I want to show you something here very important. Before 2016, so the halving happened in 2016 around 11th of May, around this very area. Before the halving around this area, market did not create a new all-time high. So this was the last all-time high at this very point. This was where the halving occurred around May, this area. Okay. Market did not create a new all-time high at this very point. So market moved upward, but could not create a new all-time high, come back down, and then move after the halving. Okay. Now, after the halving into 2017, as you can see right here. So if you look at this very area, Bitcoin hit this very point of $19,000 and then begin to come back to the downside. One thing very important, after the halving, market pump for the bull market, and then afterward, market come back down for the bear market. Now, the next halving was in 2020, November 28th. Okay. Now, if you look at November 2020, 28 to be precise, at this very point, this was November at this very area, at this very point, okay, market never created a new all-time high, okay, before the halving. So this is where the halving occurred at this very point, but the last all-time for Bitcoin was at this very point. Market never created a new all-time high. Market was below the previous all-time high before the halving and after the halving. This is very important. Now, after the halving, market takes some weeks and possibly months, and then begin to move to the upside. And then we see the bull run we saw in 2021 at this very point. So market move upward for the bull run we saw in 2021 and then come back down a little bit and then move again into 2021 November and begin to come back down for the bear markets we saw in 2022 and 2023. Okay, up to this very area. Now, what are we seeing right now? Bitcoin halving is 34 to 35 days from now. But Bitcoin have already created a new all-time high at this very point. This was the previous all-time high. If you notice, these have not happened before, prior to any halving. For Bitcoin to create a new all-time high before an halving event that has not happened before in the market, this means that the narrative about crypto have completely changed. That is what it means.
Because from technical analysis, market do follow a sequential pattern. Okay, so if market follow a sequential pattern for a period of time, and then there is a kind of shift from what the market has been doing before, and the market is now doing something different from what it has been doing before, then it means that there is a unique thing that has happened in the market. And you need to pay attention to this very stuff because it's very important. Why? It affects you as a trader if you are truly trading. Now, one thing very important here is that Bitcoin created a new all-time high before halving. Halving is 35 to 34 days from now. That is 1 month plus. How does this very movement on Bitcoin affect you? What is the effect on the coins you buy, on your positions, and your trading methods? This is very important. Now, for those of us that are just very new to crypto, let me tell you one thing very important here. You see, I have been in this space and I've experienced bull runs, okay? And for the fact that I've experienced bull run, I have a little idea. I can stand in the capacity to say some stuff today. Now, if you have not participated or you've not experienced any bull run in your life in crypto, definitely this bull run is for you. So get set for a massive ride in the market. And the one thing very important is this: if you've been trading crypto, let's say for example, in the past 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, as the case may be, this is very important, and you've not made any money. If you stay in Bitcoin or crypto, or you're a crypto trader and you can stay for at least 4 years, that 4 years mean that you must experience one halving and one bull run. So for the fact that you must experience one halving and one bull run, you must definitely make money. What that means is, if you've not made money before in crypto, okay, what I am saying is you should stay in the market for just 4 years, and making money is a guarantee. Now, it doesn't matter how much you invest. It depends on your capacity. So you can decide to invest the least $50, and you can also decide to invest $100, 1,000, $10,000, $100,000, as the case may be. But before you do that right now, know that the narrative about crypto have completely changed. Now, what changed? Most of us, we were talking about the what they call it now, the Bitcoin ETF that just got approved in February, sorry, July, January this year. And some of us don't really know the impact of that very Bitcoin spot ETF approval. What it has done to the markets is something beyond our imagination. And for me, I'm beginning to think that this will be the last massive bull run that we can ever see in the crypto space. Now, I'm not saying other bull run will not come after halving. It will definitely come. But we will not see the kind of ride we are going to see this very bull run, this very season that is in right now, in any other bull run that is to come in the future. Now, what that also means is that you must have to position yourself strategically. Strategic positioning is required for you to actually maximize this very bull season that we just entered. And the reason is because the Bitcoin spot ETF have been approved. If you look at this very area, Bitcoin have created a new all-time high before the halving, which have not happened before in the crypto market. Okay, so this is one of the things you must have to pay attention to. Now, another thing that you have to pay attention to as well is the fact that even while we are seeing this very ride in the crypto space, $72,000 per Bitcoin right now, but Federal Reserve in the United States have been keeping interest rates unchanged. What do you think will happen in the market if they begin to cut interest rate, which is what we as traders, I personally, I am expecting for them to start cutting interest rates by July, June this very year. So by July, June this very year, I am expecting the Federal Reserve to start cutting interest rate. What that means is that people can have access to borrow money with less interest. It means that Fed is encouraging people to borrow money, which will definitely enhance the price of Bitcoin to ride aggressively. So why I am doing this very live stream is so that you better understand what you are doing and the position you have to take right now in this space. I was discussing with somebody a few days ago, and I said, if there is anything you can do, let me say it very clearly. In fact, the link to this very video is sent across all our social handles. If there is anything you can do as a trader to maximize this very bull run, please do it. I'm not saying you should steal, okay? I'm not saying you should go into fraudulent acting, no, no, not at all. But any legit way that you can source for fund and invest in crypto this time around is the best time to do it. And the reason is because we may not see, listen to my choice of word very clearly, we may not see this kind of bull run never again in the crypto space. Bull run will definitely come, but this one is a unique one because the narrative about the market have completely changed, and you must have to understand this and better prepare yourself for what is ahead. Now, before I allow for question and answer, we must have to understand that a lot of millionaires in dollars and hundreds of thousands of millionaires in dollars now will be made in this very bureau. So what we have to do is to get some form, invest in the right crypto, okay?